Hey Twitter, I'm here in Cambridge in the Grand Arcade. You can see just behind me, though it's probably upside down the wrong way around, the sign for Raspberry Pi on the balcony of the Grand Arcade. And we are going to go into the Raspberry Pi store and do a bit of a tour. Obviously we released a video on the opening day of the store that showed you some of the bits, but it's open now, there's people in there. I just thought it'd be nice to take you on a bit of a tour and show you some of the exciting things that we have on offer. So let me turn this camera around so you can see it. And is it going to work? Double tap to flip. Yeah, so here is the store in Cambridge. We are on the second level or first level, depending if you are in the UK or the US, of the Grand Arcade. So let's go inside. And you can see straight away in the middle we have Raspberry Pi banks, and they have all different Raspberry Pis running on them. So you can see from the slightly square case here underneath, that is the Raspberry Pi 3A+, because it has the one USB port. Let's pop the lid back on there. And that's obviously running here on this display. What else have we got? We've got the Raspberry Pi 3B+, if I can get the lid off. It's slightly harder one-handed. There we go. So that's liking in there in the official case. And then here we have a Zero running on this monitor as well. So it's a really great way for people to see different Raspberry Pis and see how they work. We have comparison guides here that show people the differences between the Raspberry Pis that we have on offer in the store, the latest Raspberry Pi models. We also have, if I bring you round, this is the Compute module. So this is the most recent release, the Compute module, and you'll be able to find more details of that on our website. So if you go to the Raspberry Pi website, raspberrypi.org, and click products, you'll be able to see all the different models, and you'll be able to see the new Compute module that we've got running here as well. We also have these project bays. So this one here is about making your home smarter. So it's all about home automation. We have various bits and pieces set up here, and ways of controlling them as well. So if you've never had a go with a Raspberry Pi, if you're not sure how to use one, it's a great experience to come in and actually get hands-on. Here we've got Pico 8 running on a see-through Picade from Pimoroni. We very much like the see-through one, but unfortunately they're not for sale. But we do have normal Picades here, just not this really nice see-through one. So we've got games running on here at the moment. We also have Kodi running on a Pi, so people can learn more about building all-in-one multimedia centers in their home. I have Kodi on a TV at home, and I use my TV as a photo frame, a digital photo frame. So when I've got parties over, I can just turn it on and have my pictures playing. That's really cool. It's a little thing you can do with Kodi. Obviously there's a lot you can do, but that's just one of the things that I use it for. We also have Scratch running. Python is running as well. And on the last one, we have the Sense app. So quite a few people know the Sense hat already. If you know about AstroPi, there's a Sense hat on the Raspberry Pis up in the International Space Station. Sense hat is a really, really nice board because it's filled with all different sensors. Goes straight onto your Raspberry Pi on the GPIO pins, as you can see here. And we have those for sale in the store as well. Now what a lot of people have noticed when we have shared pictures from the store is this and this. And yes, these are the official Raspberry Pi keyboards and mouse. You can see they're official because we have a Raspberry Pi button. What's really nice about them is it also has a USB hub in the back, which is really, really good if you are limited on USB connections. So if you're using the Raspberry Pi Zero, for instance, or the 3A+, and you've got that one USB connector. What's great about this is you can plug everything into the back, including the mouse, and then you can just plug it straight into your Pi. And then we've got the mouse here as well. If you can't get into the Raspberry Pi store, We are going to get this out eventually to our approved resellers, so don't worry too much. Obviously, we can get to the Cambridge store. You can come and buy them. We sell them individually, and we also sell them as part of the new Raspberry Pi starter kit, which you can see under here. So the Raspberry Pi starter kit comes with a Raspberry Pi, it comes with the mouse, the keyboard, SD card, power supply, HDMI cable, case, and a book, which is this one here. This is the official Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide that we released at the end of last year, just before Christmas. You can purchase the book as its physical self, or you can go onto our website and you can actually download the book completely for free as a PDF as well. So the same as with our magazines, all our books you can download for free as a PDF and give it a go. And it might be that the PDF's enough for you, or you might just want to look at the PDF and then decide actually I want the physical book. And then if we come around here, you'll also see where should we go next actually? Let's come over here. The shop's a bit busy, so I want to make sure that I don't get in anyone's way. We have a smart mirror running in the store. Here we go, which is very, very cool. Lots of people have come into the store and they've not realised that it is a smart mirror, but it is. Then we have some store exclusives. So we have the Raspberry Pi travel mug, which is branded, very, very nice. The Raspberry Pi mugs, which if you go onto the swag store on the Raspberry Pi website, you can pick yourself up a Raspberry Pi mug. You can also pick yourself up everyone's favourite Babbage bear. This may be the cutest Babbage bear I've ever seen. And then we've also got these, which are very, very cool. These are the Raspberry Pi logo branded moleskins, which I don't need one, but I really, really need one. So one of those is probably going to be coming home with me. And then we also have Raspberry Pi tote bags and drawstring bags as well. If you do come into the store, if you spend over £50, you get one of these bags free, which is really, really cool. We've got someone asking, is there a Raspberry Pi inside the bear? We have seen a lot of people put Raspberry Pis inside poor Babbage. Whenever we run Pi Academy, there's always at least one casualty to Pi Academy where someone will take the insides out, take an eye out, replace the eye with a camera, laser eyes, all sorts of things. Poor Babbage has been through the wars. Hopefully these ones will get a much nicer treatment when they go home with customers. We then have the books. So obviously, as I was saying earlier, we've got the Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide. We also have the Book of Scratch. I really, really like this book because if I open it up, it comes with stickers, and it also comes with these very, very cool glasses. So as you work your way through the book, you might find bits where you need answers to questions, like here, and obviously we can't really read what that says, but when you put the glasses on, you can read it. So if you don't want to see the hints and you want to figure it out for yourself, you can do that, or you can put the glasses on. We also have the Magpie Essentials Guides, all manner of different ones. So learning to code with C, hacking in Minecraft, camera module, and simple electronics with GPIO 0. There are other versions as well, other different Magpie Essential Guides. So if you go onto the Magpie website, magpie.cc, you will be able to find all of those. And again, you can download the free PDFs if you want to. And then we have a variety of other books as well. Obviously the ones at the top have been published by Raspberry Pi Press, and then we have the ones further down which have been published by various other publishers but are written by members of our community, or in some case, members of staff. The lovely Carrie-Anne Philbin. This guy, you might recognise his name. So we've got loads of different books that you can come and try. And then lastly, we have our magazines. So the Magpie, Hackspace, Wireframe, and our Book of Making and our projects books as well. And again, download them if you want to see what they're like. Go onto the Raspberry Pi Press website to buy them in physical format, or go onto the various websites for the magazines themselves. So you've got HS Mag for Hackspace, magpie.cc for the Magpie, and Wireframe is a wfmag.cc, and you can go onto the websites, download the PDFs, and give them a go. And then we've got this massive wall at the back, which is huge. and very, very nice, designed by our very own Sam. And then we've got this, which is one of my favourite parts of the store, which is a little bit of a trip into the past. For any Raspberry Pi fan, they'll definitely get a kick out of seeing what we have got in our display case. So we've got some prototype cases. So when the cases were first being designed for the Raspberry Pi, we've got some prototypes in here that never made it into the real world, and then we've got prototypes, the planning of the final case that did come into the real world, which is very cool. And obviously the cases that we do sell, so the standard 3B plus, 0 cases, the one that allows you to access the GPIO pins, the one that allows you to access the camera, and also the case for the 3A plus. And then we have some old tinkerings from when the Raspberry Pi was originally being designed. There's some really, really old bits and pieces here. So I think Roger was saying that we have about 10 of these in existence, which was an original idea for, as you can see, USB mounted camera, all the gubbins, very cool. You have the red Chinese Raspberry Pi, and then if I move these, we have, these are the blue Raspberry Pis that again we released last year. And then I've got these leaflets, which I'll just do some promotion for the Pi Wars team, because they brought some of their leaflets into the store. So if you can get to Cambridge, you can come to Pi Wars in March. Very, very cool. Right, next. Bits and pieces. So obviously we sell the Raspberry Pis here. In fact, we'll start at that end. So we have our starter kits up here, which I was saying earlier, that have everything that you need to just plug it into your TV to get started. We have all the different Raspberry Pis, straight through to the 0, 0W and 0WH. 0WH is the 0W with the header pins soldered in if you don't feel up for soldering header pins yourself. We have some cases, so we have the official cases. We've also got the Plibo from Pimoroni, so you can see the different Plibos for all the different Raspberry Pis. Then we have some add-ons, so we have the Sense hat, the 2 different cameras, the TV hat, and the PoE hat, and the Raspberry Pi touchscreen. So basically all the bits and pieces that we make, we have here, power supplies and everything. But then we've also got some pieces from some of our approved resellers. So if you've ever been on the Pimoroni website, you'll probably recognize some of these. So we've got the full Picades. We've got some of their really cool Zero kits, so Octocam, Scrollbot, Moodlight, and the Pirate Radios, and some different hats that you can add on as well. I'm trying very hard not to buy this. And all the extra bits and pieces as well. Then we've got some bits from Hi-Hat. So we've got some really nice kits. We've got the Cam Jam Edgy kits, which are really, really cool. And then we've got some bits from Adafruit as well, so things like the Circuit Playground. Some of my favourites, which are these cuddly LEDs. And also we've got the Microsoft IoT, and then we start getting to the bits where we've got all the other add-ons as well that you might need, so things like smart plugs, and then when we come over here we've got headphones, speakers, monitors even, so if you haven't got a monitor you can come in and purchase a monitor, go all the way down to this one here. And then as we come over again we get into more of the kind of tinkering, so you've got a few extra add-ons that you can use, and also things like cables, soldering irons, boxes for storing bits and pieces, multimeters. There is so much stuff, and again, if you're in Cambridge you may realise that there's not a lot of places that you can go to pick up things like USB sticks and power banks, so we've got some of those as well, USB leads. Loads of bits and pieces. I think it's fair to say that if you come into this store, you can get everything you need to get started and make some really, really cool kit. I myself am watching my card while I'm in here because I should not spend money, but I really want to. So yeah, so that's the store. Let me come around this way so you can see from the other angle. There's the store. It's a really, really nice place to come and visit, especially if you've never tried out the Raspberry Pi, or if you are a huge Raspberry Pi fan. If you're a massive Raspberry Pi fan and there's people in your life that don't get it, bring them here, because you can show them all the different projects, show them all the bits and pieces and get them involved. So it's a really wonderful space. We are open 7 days a week. The times are on the website. If you go to rpf.io/rpi store, you will be able to find loads of information on how to get here, opening times, and so on. So yeah, that is the Raspberry Pi store. And if there's anything else you want to see, if you head over to Instagram, I put on our live story a little question box. If there's anything that you want to see again, or anything that you want to see closer with a bit more detail, just write your question into our live story. It's the most recent one, and I will be able to take some photos and get those answered for you. So it's been wonderful to spend some time with you here, and yeah, I hope you can all come and visit. And if you do come and visit, use hashtag #RPiStore. It's written in the description for this video to let us know what you think.